video this time. I'm going to try to do more frequent, shorter videos because oftentimes I forget what I've shown you guys, and then I have to go back through my previous video to see what I showed you or didn't show you. So yeah, so hopefully this will be quick this time. And if I'm glowing, it's because it's hot in here. It is hot outside, and I had to turn down the fan so that hopefully it doesn't make too much noise in the background. So another reason to be quick, because I'm going to be melting. Alright, works in progress first. The active one that I have is I am doing or going to make a baby blanket, and I started with a corner to corner and I wasn't feeling that, so I decided to do squares, and this is going to be the Sunburst Granny Square. So I am using I will be using Bernat Pop. So I'm going to make all the centers of it from the Bernat Pop. I think I have 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 skeins in total, or cakes in total of that. So I'm gonna do that and then use either a white or an off-white yarn to create the last row and the border of it. So that's that, and I need to get going because this needs to be done before the end of July. And I'm not a big fan of doing blankets, so we shall see. That, and then my other active whip right now, is this the one? Nope, that's not the one. Might be a little shaking going on. The other one is, I think I've shown this before, and I haven't gotten very far on it. I haven't done much on it because I was working on other things, but this is the South Bay Shawlette. I am using the, is it Mandala? Yes, in the Genie colorway for that. So I haven't done much on it, but that needs to get back in rotation to get it done. So those are the two active ones. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I had to stop and turn the fan back on because I was literally melting, or turn it back up. So hopefully the noise is not too bad. It doesn't pick up too much. So as I was saying, those were my active whips. What I finished, I have done 3 squares. I go every Wednesday or every other Wednesday or so. I go to a, it was called a knitting group, but we have knitters, crocheters, cross stitchers, I forget what else. Those are the 3 main. So a fiber group. Every Wednesday we meet at a Panera near me, and just to sit and chat and crochet, knit, and do other needlework. So one of the group members is pregnant with her 2nd child, and when I started the group, she and another group member were pregnant, and then they ended up having the baby on the same day, which is quite funny. Not haha funny, but you know what I mean. So so she's pregnant again, one of them is pregnant again, and she's due in September. So we came up with the idea of everyone making a square, knitted, crocheted, however, cross-stitch something, and somehow turn it into a blanket. So these are about the colors that we chose. Trying to, she's gonna have a girl, but she's not into the pink and frou-frou stuff, so we're trying to keep it as neutral as possible. So it's the teals and the aqua type colors, whites. So this one is from, part of this is from Cypress Textile. I follow her on Instagram, and she does these amazing like blankets and from squares, and she puts it together in, you know, the most amazing ways. But this is her, I think it's called a postage stamp square, and I think I deviated around here, and because I wanted it to be 9 inches, so after up to here I think is hers, and then I deviated and just did this. So that's one. The other one is the, I think it's called the Maybell Flower. I'll put the link below. Square, or it's the Maybell Flower and somebody else turned it into a square, so that's that. And then the other one is just, I think, no, this one was the postage. I don't remember what the other one was, the first one was. But this was the postage one, postage stamp square. And I did deviate up here just to make it size. We're trying for 9 inches, give or take, for the squares. So that's those 3. The other thing that I finished, reaching. This I finished just last night. I have some. This is just a unicorn lovey, and phone call coming. And I had this yarn I got on clearance from Michaels. It's called, what's it called? Just Kidding, I think it's called. But it's a very, you know, fluffy, textured yarn. Very difficult to work with, or especially if you need to frog it. It catches on itself, and if you pull too hard, it'll break. So I have 2 skeins left of that. Is this reddish ones with yellows, corals, pinks in there, and it's called Roses. And then I have another one that's a pink one that I've started on. This one, just to do a little stash busting. And then I saw this from Amigurumi today. It's a baby unicorn, so I just used the top parts and attached it to that and created a lovey. Yep. So there's that. Oh, and then the main is Loops and Threads Impeccable, which I think they've discontinued this colorway. It's called Holland. I have 3 skeins left of that. The other thing I finished was keeping in the series of the Little Red Fox. She, I'd mentioned, has a, she started a series from A to Z, so an amigurumi for every letter of the alphabet. And the latest one was E. So this is Elliot the Elephant. And of course mine is way bigger because I used a different yarn. So his hat comes off. She had it covering the hair, and she also had it this way. I'm not sure if I think I'm going to stitch it or maybe just pin it on because it'll be easy to lose it. But yeah, so I made him in Knit Picks Brava bulky, because I do have quite a bit of that, in what is this color called? I'll write it down. And then this is their eggplant. I ended up running out of the main color, so this is all I had left, so I just reversed the air to make sure I use up everything. And then it's got his little tail. And this is Red Heart Gumdrop that this colorway I think is pretty much discontinued, and I forget what it's called, but I used it for the ruffled collar and the pom-pom on the hat. And this is Brava bulky as well in cornflower. So this is Elliot. Okay, and then the last thing to show you that I finished finally is right here. I finally finished the Kelsie Shawl by Lacey of Hooked on Owl. Finally. And I used a mandala in the gnome colorway. I love the bright colors. Absolutely love the bright colors. So her pattern had these eyelets at specific intervals, and I just decided to, I followed the first 2 intervals, and then I just decided to put them wherever. And here I was running out not running out. I had done this whole section and didn't do an eyelet, so I ripped back a few rows, added the eyelet, and that's that. So yes, I love this one. So that is that. What I have next, I don't know. I have nothing really planned. I do need to start working on my fall items to start stocking up, and just to try to get to some of these whips. I did say that I was going to, my next video would be maybe doing all the whips, but when I do a longer one, maybe I'll do that. But I just finished a few things and figured I'd come on and just show you guys. And if you guys do follow me on Instagram, I post almost daily there, and all of this is always on there anyway. So that's that. Ooh, where is it? One more. I feel like Columbo sometimes. Every time I say I'm done, there's always one more. The Skimming Stones crochet long. Oh, speaking of, I'll have to show that in my next one. There was another can't speak. The heat is getting me. The dishcloth crochet long. There was another square that came out that I did, and it's in the closet, so pretty sure I didn't show you guys. Not that one. So next time I'll show it. But I finally finished, after having to rip back twice a good chunk from not paying attention, the Skimming Stones crochet long, which is being run by the Crochet Project on Instagram. Part 2 came out last Wednesday, and it took me a while to finish because, like I said, I had to rip back a few times. So the third part should be coming out this Wednesday. I'm not sure if they're still going to do it because of the holiday. I don't see why not, since it's online, but here it is. Last time we had gone up to about here, I think. Maybe this gray part. So we've added, we had gone up to, around the gray part. So we've added the ripple, and then back to the pattern again. So I'm not sure. Again, it's a mystery cal, so I'm not sure if, I am not sure if the next part will have another ripple, but there it is. So that's that, and ooh, look at that. And keep that under 15 minutes. So that's it. Nice and quick. I will talk to you guys later.